want to talk to me?
Today on an all-new Dr. Phil.
You got 10 seconds to sit down and talk to me, and if you don't, you're not going to believe what happens next.
She's 15.
You've confessed to multiple felonies on tape.
Out of control.
Grand theft auto, credit card fraud, theft of identification. And are you pregnant? She needs to take a pregnancy test. She needs to take it today.
There's no negotiating. Take the test.
Maria's resisting taking the pregnancy test.
She's on the floor, whining and crying and making excuses.
And hours later...
You need a bottled water? Can you get a pillow and a blanket? We're not leaving.
She took that drinking water and diluted the test, so we brought in a nurse.
We have run out of patience with our daughter. We're done.
Will she take the pregnancy test?
I don't understand.
Today's going to be a changing day in your life. You've never had anybody working harder to bring you to the threshold of change than right now. On our last episode, I sat down with Mary Beth and her husband, John, who say their 15-year-old daughter Marie's name and face were plastered all over missing posters and the news because she ran away 3 times. According to her parents, Marie also sold stolen items, took their car without a license or permission, and swiped her mother's credit card and used it to charge an Airbnb room to party with her friends. So, Mary Beth and John installed these security cameras all over their house, removed her bedroom door, and bolted her window shut, only for Marie to not only sneak out of the house again, but, according to her, return home pregnant.
Her mother took our daughter to a clinic to determine the status of her pregnancy. And under state law, that clinic does not have to share the information with the parents, and Marie asked that it not be shared.
In the diary entry, there's a shopping list. I need diapers, newborn clothes, pacifiers, hospital bag.
Right now, her daughter headed down the wrong path and seems to be in a steep nosedive to nowhere.
The one thing that she's shown any judgment about whatsoever was taking steps to protect herself sexually.
But see, we didn't give her those condoms. We didn't give her permission.
No, you took them away.
Yes, we did.
Why take them away? Because you wanted her to have unprotected sex?
No, we wanted her to stop.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just,
that'll
yeah.
work. If she's pregnant, how far along is she?
Probably she's now 3 months.
This is an alleged sonogram she's taken. Have y'all seen this?
I have not.
She always hide the phone from us.
She says that she's about 12 weeks. Okay, well, we spoke to some physicians, and they said, in their trained opinion, that she is more likely in the 2nd trimester and 22 weeks pregnant, not 12.
We have no influence with this girl. We have no leverage with her. She's holding all the cards.
This child decides to go and fabricate some story. The system is designed to believe and protect her. You're not going to be innocent until proven guilty. You're going to be guilty until proven innocent.
She could ruin my career and take away my livelihood with a word.
There's a video that I wanted to point out.
Don't you know maybe those stuff they give it to you are stolen?
We knew.
This wild, wise, and worldly teen has now confessed again on videotape that, yes, I have been in receipt of stolen goods and then fencing them. Those are 2 independent felonies. She doesn't quite have the leverage here that she thinks she does. She's not out here. She's back in the green room. I'm not going to bring her out here, but I am willing to go chat with her with y'all's permission.
Please do.
But I don't want to go back there and talk to her if you don't have the appetite for doing what it takes to get her under control.
We will try our best to, face the consequences.
We're frustrated. We're out of options. We don't know what else to do.
I'm going to go talk to her.
Yes.
Okay?
Thank you.
I'm about to meet Marie, who is in the green room. Now, I've heard that she isn't sure if she wants to talk to me. Whatever happens, her face will not be shown in order to protect her identity. Knock, knock. How are you?
Not good.
Yeah, you want to talk to me?
No.
Well, sit down a minute. I want to talk to you.
I don't want to be talked to.
Yeah?
I don't know why they're pointing the cameras at me.
We're not going to show your face to anybody. You going to let her mic you?
No.
Okay, well, you can listen then. You want to stand or you want to sit? Okay. So I've been talking to your parents. They tell me that your attitude is pretty much that you're going to do what you want to do when you want to do it, and there's not anything they can really do about it. So there's not much point in being here, right? We should just shut this down and head out. Do you want to answer that question? Okay, let me let you hear this. In about 15 minutes, you're going to be begging to talk to me, because in about 15 minutes, your options are going to get zero, girl. In about 15 minutes, you're going to go, no, wait a minute, I want to talk to you, I'm sorry, I want to talk to you, because I don't want to do what's getting ready to happen. I want to talk to you. And you know what's going to happen when you do? I'm going to have moved on to the next thing, and it's going to be too late. So if you want to talk to me, you need to talk to me right now, because in 15 minutes, you're going to really want to talk to me to try to negotiate getting out of what's getting ready to happen. And I'm giving you a chance to do it right now. And if you want to do it, you got 10 seconds to sit down and talk to me. And if you don't, you're not going to believe what happens next.
I just want to go home.
So take it or leave it.
I want to go home.
Well, that's not an option, because there are going to be a lot of things happen. Going home ain't one of them.
Why?
So you want to talk to me, put on a mic and sit down and talk to me. And if you don't, I'm out. Take it or leave it. I don't care. I'm not your parents. Okay? Gotcha. So understand, I gave you a chance. And you're declining to talk to me, correct?
Because I just want to go home. I don't know what's about to happen.
Do you understand? I gave you a chance to talk to me. You sit down and talk to me or don't. This is your last chance.
If I sit down and talk, will you tell me what's about to happen? Because I want to go home.
You don't tell me what I'm going to tell you or don't. If you will sit down and talk to me, you sit down and talk to me, you answer my questions or you don't. But I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you what I want you to know. That's what you get to hear. You don't manipulate me. You want to talk to me, you sit down and talk to me. If you don't. I don't care whether you do or you don't. I'm just telling you, 15 minutes from now, you're going to be begging to talk to me, and it's going to be too late. Are you pregnant?
Yeah. But that's not something I want to talk about.
Well, I do want to talk about it because I have a duty to that child.
And later,
And now, you don't have just yourself to consider, you've got your unborn child to consider. And that includes prenatal visits.
First off, we need to find out if she's pregnant. She needs to take a pregnancy test, and she needs to take it today. Yeah, I'm just telling you, 15 minutes from now, you're going to be begging to talk to me, and it's going to be too late.
All right, I'll talk.
I didn't think she would do it.
Question number one, what are you so angry about?
I'm always angry.
I know. Why? You said the reason that you're always laughing and don't answer your parents is because if you disappear for 2 or 3 days, that people are going to come to your house and kill your whole family.
Who said that?
You did.
When did I say that?
You wrote it down. You said you're rolling with gangbangers, and if they try to send you away and you don't show up for 3 days, that your gangbanging buddies are going to go to your house and kill your whole family. That you've seen them murder people, beat people to death, rob people, and that that's what they're going to do for you if your parents do anything you don't want them to do. It's in your handwriting. You wrote it down.
Mm-hmm.
Does that seem like a reasonable thing for a person to say?
It felt reasonable at the time.
So you're in a gang?
No, I said I knew people.
Well, you say that you're in a gang and that your fellow gang members will kill your parents. That's what you say here. You say, I'm in a gang and my fellow gang members will kill my parents.
I never meant like I'm in a gang, because I never did none of that stuff.
Uh-huh. And you say that you have seen them do drive-bys, you've seen them murder people, rob people and beat them to death?
The robbing stuff, yeah, but
How do you think they're going to feel when they know that you've said all of this on national television?
well, I mean, my face is, but I never mentioned any names.
Why would you say that? Why would you even think about having your parents killed?
I never like thought it like I was actually about to do it. I would say that because I knew she looked through my stuff.
So you wanted her to see it. Are you pregnant?
Yeah, but that's not something I want to talk about.
Do you know who the father is?
Mhm.
Where's he in all of this?
He's a part of it.
Uh-huh. How far along are you?
3 months, 4.
Uh-huh. Are you getting prenatal care?
No.
But you understand, if you're pregnant, then your child is going through some formative stages right now. You owe it to your child to make sure they're getting proper care. And I'll help you do that. I'll help you get that set up so you can make sure your baby's being taken care of.
I don't need help with that. That's not something I want to talk about.
Well, I do want to talk about it because I have a duty to that child. And if you're not taking care of that child, I'm what's called a mandated reporter. And I have to make sure that child's being taken care of. So if you're not going to take care of the child, then that's good to know. So you're refusing prenatal care?
I'm not refusing it.
Well, I just offered you prenatal care. You said I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't need it from you guys. Like, I'm figuring it out on my own.
Why are you in such a battle with your parents?
Sometimes they're just strict, I guess, like too strict.
Do you love your mother?
Yeah,
Love your father?
no,
Why not?
I just don't.
Mm-hmm. That's a list of the behaviors that your parents say they have a problem with. You curious about those check marks?
Yeah,
I just put those on there. Those check marks are by all the things that are criminal behaviors that are all still within the statute of limitations that are all prosecutable, like grand theft auto, credit card fraud, theft of identification, shoplifting, receiving and selling stolen property. Those are all things that are felonies, and they're also things that you've confessed to on videotape.
I never confessed to the stolen item thingies, like selling and
Really?
get it. A way to make easy money. This guy, like, will help you make easy money. Sometimes they would find stuff for us, and then we would, like, go sell it for more.
Don't you know maybe those stuff they giving to you are stolen?
We knew.
So why are you involving with this? Do you know you're gonna be in trouble?
Guys would get us stuff. Didn't you know it was stolen? Yeah, we knew. We would sell it for more. So we knew it was stolen. They gave it to us. We fenced it for more. That's a confession. Grand theft auto? You stole your parents' car?
There's a lot of scratches. What have you been hitting?
Honestly, I'm not denying that I hit the car.
Yeah, because you can't deny it because you're abused. You took the car.
There was a lot of times when I would turn, and I never thought I hit the car, but maybe I did. Well, I did, obviously, but I just didn't like check.
Said you took the car. You said you hit something else with it. You confessed to taking the car and crashing it. So you're telling your parents you're going to do what you want to do when you want to do it, and there's nothing they can do about it. Well, actually, there is. You've confessed to multiple felonies on tape. You want to be a hard case, we'll be a hard case. I come in here, you lay up against the wall, you don't want to talk to me, you're rude to my staff, you're acting like you're some kind of hard case gangbanger, then we'll treat you like a hard case gangbanger.
I was told that I was going to go home after this.
Yeah, that was an option. Your parents have a duty to protect yourself from yourself. And you either cooperate in doing that or you don't. Either way, they have a duty to protect you from you. And you can do it easy or you can do it hard, but you're going to have to do it either way. So what do you want to do?
Go home.
Go home and continue doing what you're doing? Go home and continue rolling with your gangbanging buddies? Go home and keep running away? Go home and not go to school? Go home and take the car whenever you want to? Go home and continue to behave like you're some kind of street thug? That's just simply not an option. Okay, can I have the parents come in, please?
I don't think anything's changed. You don't show any remorse for what you do. We're scared, we're frustrated, we're frightened, we're angry.
Thank you for coming back. You guys have been listening to our conversation
Yes,
so
we
far?
have.
What do you think about our conversation so far?
You've seen some of the reluctance and belligerence we've encountered at home.
What do you think about where we are at this point?
I don't think anything's changed. She wants to go home. Beyond that, she doesn't have a plan. She's not willing to meet us halfway or discuss possible solutions or changes in her behavior. And, you know, we want to make the situation better. I'm not sure that she does.
You can either participate in this conversation and give them some reason to believe that there's some sort of different agenda here or not. It's up to you. Because my advice to you is the last thing you do is take this sullen, chip on the shoulder, I don't have to do a damn thing you tell me, attitude child back home and go right back into the pressure cooker that you were in. That is the last thing I would do. I would either find someplace else for her to go, or I would prosecute her and file multiple charges against her and have her arrested, and do not hire her a lawyer. Let those chips fall where they will, and let her spend the next 4 years in jail until she reaches 18 or 19 years old. Whatever. She's either going to get involved and get in the game, or she's not. But I would refuse to be held hostage in my own home by a hostile child with this attitude. You're not willing to work with these guys to try to put anything together. So
You guys are not telling me like what you want to do.
I've yet to hear you say you're sorry for anything or accept responsibility for your actions.
I do, like what I did was wrong. I know that.
But when we confront you over your misconduct, you didn't say, I'm sorry, it'll never happen again, or man, that was a huge mistake. None of that. You clam up and you wait for us to, you know, finish confronting you. We wait for the storm to blow over. So, I mean, you're not accepting responsibility for your actions. You don't show any remorse for what you do. And your misbehavior is escalating. It's getting worse. We're scared, we're frustrated, we're frightened, we're angry. Nothing we can do or say seems to get through to you. We're at a loss. We don't know what to do next. But we still care about you. We still love you. We still want to help you become the wonderful person we know you can be. We want the best for you. You can tell everybody in the world you don't love me anymore. You can call me by my first name, as long as you do that from a happy, safe, healthy place. And now you don't have just yourself to consider. You've got your unborn child to consider. And that includes prenatal visits. That includes getting,
well, first off, we need to find out if she's pregnant.
Yes, that's tantamount.
I mean, she needs to take a pregnancy test. She needs to take it today. And if she's not willing to take a pregnancy test to confirm that objectively, then all bets are off. Are you willing to take a pregnancy test now? Okay, you can go with her right now and take a pregnancy test. While she's doing that, we should just take a few minutes. Let's just get down to brass tacks here, okay? she's resisting taking the test.
No negotiating, take the test.
This could be an all-day sucker.
Get a pillow and a blanket, please. We're not leaving. And if she's not taking it, she'll sleep on the floor.
I'll be here tonight at midnight if that's what it takes. She's either pregnant or she's not. And if she's willing to take the pregnancy test, she probably is. And at that point, number one is you need to run, not walk, to a physician that can close the gap on the prenatal care that hasn't been done. That needs to happen immediately. And then you have to make a decision as to whether or not you think she can do enough of an attitude adjustment to handle this on an outpatient basis. Whether we can get family counseling in that can come in and work with you intensively on an outpatient basis to turn this situation around, and I'm happy to marshal the resources and bring that to bear. And if you don't, then we have to investigate every possible resource that is available for inpatient care for a pregnant teen, and that narrows the options a fair amount. Doesn't eliminate them, but narrows the options. You guys are going to need to do a crash course in parenting about how to handle someone that's in this position. And the third option is, if she wants to stonewall, is prosecute her. Now, I would recommend treatment options before prosecution, but that's up to her. If she wants to, you know, act like a hard case, then I would do that before I would do nothing.
We have run out of patience with our daughter. We're done. And
I understand.
You know, things have to change. And she has to want that change because she can resist.
Well, no, that's not true. I understand. Eventually, she has to want that change. But if you sit around waiting for her to want to do something now, you and I are going to get a lot balder. You just have to decide, you know, we're going to do this, whether you want to do it or you don't, we're going to do it. And then you hope that eventually you put her in a program that's a meritocracy where she has no privileges, she has nothing until she begins to behave in a constructive way, where she begins to say, wow, there is a direct cause and effect relationship between my attitude and conduct and my quality of life. And in a controlled environment, you can demonstrate that. But if you have the right as her parents to compel her to go.
See, the last thing I had with my daughter was our relationship, and she has ended that. I have nothing left to lose.
How are you doing in here?
You're not going anywhere, so take it. There's no negotiating, take the test.
This could be an all-day sucker. Like right now, she's resisting taking the test.
A bottle of water? Okay. Thank you. Allison, can you get a pillow and a blanket, please? We're not leaving. And if she's not taking it, she'll sleep on the floor in the bathroom. Thank you. There you go. Nurse Ellen should be here in 20 minutes.
She's saying she needs water.
Yeah, that's what she's been doing.
Yeah, well, I'm very
Excuses.
patient. I'm very patient.
Yes.
I'll be here tonight at midnight if that's what it takes. I'm in for a penny, in for a pound.
Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much.
All right, we'll talk again in
Thank
just a
you.
little bit.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks.
Okay, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
My staff just told me that right now, Maria's resisting taking the pregnancy test. Now, I'm in this for the long haul, and I will stay here all night if necessary while we wait. So I'm going to head back on stage and meet with some folks to discuss some interesting ideas about how to get all kind of benefits like gym memberships and eyeglasses at zero cost. You're going to find out more next. Would you like the possibility of getting free eyeglasses, free gym memberships, and 75% off of prescriptions? Well, who wouldn't? If any of these sound good to you, then you'll want to pay very close attention right now. Now, earlier we polled our audience and asked who has Medicare. Several of you do, and one person had a couple of questions about her coverage. Now, Suzanne, where are you? Okay, stand up if you will. What would you like to know?
I'm over 65 and I have Medicare. As I age, medical issues will probably come up. What's the best way I can make sure to get the care I need without paying too much?
That's a great question. And since many people assume Medicare covers all of their health needs, we need to talk about it. So to help us get some clarity, please welcome Andromeda DeBerry, a licensed insurance agent and spokesperson for MedicareAdvantage.com. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, I've had so many questions about this because we talked about it once before. So Andromeda, how can Suzanne ensure her health care needs are met?
Well, hi, Suzanne. Original Medicare Parts A and B provide hospital and medical coverage, but it doesn't cover everything.
Well, as people get older, many of them end up on fixed income, and medical expenses can reach thousands and sometimes tens of thousands of dollars. So what is a good option for people like Suzanne who are concerned about cost?
Suzanne, that's where Medicare Advantage comes in with plans that are affordable. Many plans have $0 monthly premiums. Some even have $0 copays or no deductible at all. And while Medicare alone has no annual out-of-pocket limit, Medicare Advantage has an annual limit on what you are responsible to pay out of pocket. And this helps protect both your health and your pocketbook.
It sounds like people could save a lot of money with these plans, seriously.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, many people have lowered their out-of-pocket costs by an average of over $1,200 with a Medicare Advantage plan.
How's that sound, Suzanne?
Sounds great.
Yeah.
What will Medicare Advantage cover that I'm not already getting?
Well, Medicare is great, but as I said a little earlier, it doesn't cover everything. However, Medicare Advantage plans can provide coverage for things like vision, including free eyeglasses, dental, including dentures and extractions, hearing, including free hearing aids, free gym memberships, free meal delivery, and you may even qualify for a 75% discount on prescription drugs.
Wow.
Some plans even offer in-home support services and transportation to the doctor.
Well, I understand some plans may include discounts on everyday items as well.
That's true. Many plans offer what's called an over-the-counter allowance, and that helps pay for those everyday items, the vitamins, the supplements, even incontinence supplies, blood pressure, and diabetic supplies.
How can people enroll to get this extra coverage?
Well, we've set up a special hotline for your audience to call for a free, no-obligation benefits review right now. They can call 1-800-520-5996 and speak to a licensed insurance agent who can review their current Medicare benefits and look up what additional plans and benefits are available to them. You can call 24/7.
Look, you don't want to miss out on this opportunity to learn about and enroll in these great Medicare Advantage plans. And the time is right now. And we're talking about this because I've gotten a lot of questions about it, and the deadline is coming up. It's December 7th. And for many people, this is the only time of year to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan or switch to a new one. So once again, the MedicareAdvantage.com hotline number is 1-800-520-5996. And I'd really like to thank MedicareAdvantage.com and Andromeda DeBerry for being here today. Now back to what's going on with Marie. My staff has told me she finally took the pregnancy test, not 1 or 2, but 3 times. I'll reveal the results to her parents next.
Dr. Phil wants her to take a test, and she's just been belligerent, refusing to take one, and then she has taken one, but then she poured water in it from her bottled water.
Hi, okay, so Marie, this is your salad.
So she took her test.
She did her test. I observed her, and we waited.
No, that is important information for your parents and Dr. Phil.
Well, she has been through unbelievable shenanigans. She's taken and contaminated this test over and over and over again. She wanted water to drink, so she could, you know, have to go. And she took that drinking water and diluted the test where it wouldn't read properly. So we had to get another test. She contaminated that test. So we brought in a nurse and, you know, had the nurse supervise, and she's done everything that she can until it just basically, they just told her, doctor feels like a dog with a bone. He ain't going home. So you just knock yourself out. We got a whole stack of these, and we can wait longer than you can. She took the test. She's not pregnant. She's not pregnant.
Wow. I don't understand why she did all this, why she put her family through this.
Power, leverage. It's a way to run you around the mulberry bush. It's just power, it's control. That's why I said, that's why she makes the terroristic threats against you. That's why she does everything, because she wanted leverage and power. And that's how she gets it. It's like, what are you gonna do to me now? I'm pregnant. You know,
yeah, so we can harm her.
Yeah, you can't do anything. You can't do anything to me. You gotta put me on a pillow and carry me around. You can't punish me. You can't do anything. Because if you do, you're punishing your grandchild.
Which brings me to another point. She might do everything she can now to get pregnant.
It's gonna be real hard if you listen to what I'm gonna tell you to do. Because, look, I think she needs to unplug. Now, there's a place that we've worked with across the years called the Wingate Wilderness Program. And Anthony talked to you about that a little bit. And this is among the best wilderness programs that I know about. We've had good experience with them across the years. And it is a life-changing outdoor experience. And I think that's what she needs to do. That's my recommendation.
Oh.
As opposed to taking her home and trying outpatient therapy.
No.
Or prosecuting her. I think this is a really good middle program where it's a structured environment with controls. It's therapeutic, it's educational, there's school, everything. So she's allowed to get back on track with what she's doing. And we're prepared to offer you that resource. We'll provide it.
Thank you
if
so much.
you'll put her there.
Yes, we agree.
Yes.
We
Now,
agree.
here's the deal. As you know from me talking to her before, I don't have a bit of trouble telling her or anybody else what they need to do. You need to tell her this. You need to own this. This is your time as a parent to step up and assert your authority as a parent and tell her this. She's going to whine. She's going to cry. She's going to say, I don't want to do it. I want to go home. I'll be good. I promise. No. You're going.
No.
And he'll stand his ground.
Yeah.
You need to stand shoulder to shoulder with him.
Yeah.
Be a strong mom here.
Yeah, I know right now she might hate me, but one day she's going to thank me for what I'm doing for her.
Trust me. You'd a whole lot rather her be up there doing equine therapy and doing her academics and breathing fresh air into those lungs than finding her in the gutter somewhere because she OD'd with some drugs she didn't even know what it was.
Yes. Thank you so much,
Thank
Doctor.
you very much.
Thanks, sir. I appreciate
a lot.
all your efforts on behalf of our family.
You bet. I appreciate you guys and your patience.
Yeah.
We got it done.
This is for your best. We're going to take you today, okay?
I don't think it's gonna help.
We're not negotiating here. You want to say goodbye to your mom and dad?
I told John and Mary Beth to stand strong and remain firmly on the same page when telling their daughter Marie that she's going to Wingate Wilderness Therapy. But did they follow through? It would be the first time. Let's see what happens.
Wingate Wilderness has accepted Marie. We have transporters here. They'll be safely getting your daughter to Wingate Wilderness. Let me bring the transporters in.
Basically, our job is to get her from point A to point B safely.
I think you know what brought us all to this point.
It's a wilderness therapy program.
Why can't I just do like therapy at the house?
it wasn't doing you any good. You weren't involved in it.
Yeah, because I wasn't like actually trying.
Right. And we don't expect that to change.
This is for your best. We're gonna take you today, okay?
I know we were just saying it's like a family thing. How come I'm the only one?
Because there's no place we can send them. Ultimately, everybody in the family plays a role in that.
Yes.
You got to do your part. Mom and Dad have to do their part.
I don't think it's gonna help.
We're not negotiating here.
Yeah, we're like,
This is like what's happening. You want to say goodbye to your mom and dad? You don't? Okay.
We love you. It is hoped that in the future, Marie will recognize that this was the best thing for her at this time and that she came out of it as a better person.
I know that place is a place that she will change.
I want to thank all of my guests today, including Victor Lopez, owner of Youth Intervention Transport Services, and a special thanks to Shane Gallagher, Executive Director and owner of Wingate Wilderness Therapy, for offering to help Marie. Log on to drphil.com and share your thoughts about today's show. You can also find me on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to check out my podcast, Fill in the Blanks. We'll see you next time.
Bounce, bounce, all the girlies bounce. Take them to my house, turn the party out. Bounce, 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 all the girlies bounce. Take them to my house, turn the party out.
You warned me 1,000 times, memories can kill ya, but I didn't hear ya. I thought that I could fly, but woke up on the asphalt. I swear there was still a storm. I've always been naive, call it.
Ooh, you know we gon' get it. Ooh, you know we gon' get it. Ooh, you know we gon' get it. Every day and night, that's right.